Okay, I think it's on. So my next tutorial I'm going to do, I think I called it the beach curl. It's just kind of a little bit messier of a curl. And to start off, my hair just like air dried, but you can blow dry it, or if you have to straighten your hair first or whatever. If you just have kind of wavy hair, then I would just keep it wavy, because that's what we're going for. But if you have like super curly ringlets, then you probably need to straighten it first. And then obviously turn on your curling irons. I use, well, it depends. Sometimes I just use my really skinny one. It's like maybe a ½ inch or something. I don't really know. And then sometimes I use this one, which is like 3/4 of an inch maybe. But lots of times I use both. If I'm not in a huge hurry and I have time to let them both heat up, then it just makes it look a little bit more natural, because most people who have curly hair, some pieces are bigger curls and some people have little curls, and it just gives some variance to your curl. So once again, my hair's soft, so I'm just gonna flip my head upside down and spray it all so it has some texture to work with to start off. Okay, so then I'm gonna brush it out. Be able to section it still. And so the most important part of the beach curl, or what differentiates it from other curls, is that you start at the root of your head rather than, like, traditionally curls, you'd like take your curling iron and like clamp it down to the bottom and then like roll it up to your head. But that will make it look kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears or something, and I think it looks a little bit immature, like little girlish, for the most part. Who knows, maybe next year I'll do my hair like that, but the last few years I don't really like it like that. So I grabbed chunks of my hair, and I feel nervous because I think Marcus is going to walk in on me, and I feel kind of embarrassed I'm talking to myself, telling myself how to do my own hair. Okay, so I grabbed sections of my hair, pretty big sections, not tiny, not huge. And then I open up my barrel. This is just because if you leave it closed, you get like little lines from where the mouth is. I don't know what this thing's called. So then I put it at the top of my hair, and then I shove it up to the back, and I wrap, and then I hold it. And the very tip, like this part, I don't really wrap it very much because I don't want it to get really ringlety. I just want it to be kind of straight. And I hold it there for like 10 or 15 seconds, just depends on your hair. And then I let it out. And then I pull it down. And then I grab another section. And this time I might use my smaller curling iron. And I might, like the first one, did you see how I like wrapped it around forward? So this time maybe I'll wrap it backwards. And this whole thing is really just like, you just grab big chunks of hair and you wrap it around the curling iron whichever direction you feel like it. You use whatever size of curling iron you want. And it doesn't matter, because the whole thing is to make it just sort of look like you have like beachy, natural curls. Pull it down. See, this one's like a little bit too formal, which I still like that curl a lot, but for the beachy I want it to be a little bit straighter. And like, I grab pretty big chunks. And I can do my hair curly like in 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't take me very long. But I don't have super thick hair either. And for those of you who read like Busy Bee Lauren's blog, she did a tutorial on it and she used her flat iron. And I've done that too. I use my flat iron. Well, I don't actually own a flat iron, just when I'm home I sometimes use my sister's flat iron. And it's just a little bit different. Just looks different. It still looks good. But I didn't learn on a flat iron, so it's harder for me to do it with a flat iron, so I just use a curling iron. But if you like the way it looks better with a flat iron, then learn on a flat iron and not on a curling iron. And so if you have hair that like doesn't hold a curl very well, then throughout this I'd be spraying it more, but my hair holds curl really easily, so I don't have to keep spraying it over and over again. And Marcus saw that I was using his computer to record this and he almost had a panic attack because he thought I was going to get hairspray all over his computer. So I'm just going to try to avoid using the hairspray so I don't get scolded. Just kidding. Okay, so, and like if you want like old Hollywood sort of like glamorous curls, you can do the same thing that I'm doing, but wrap the ends too so that you don't have like a scraggly like straight end. And then you, when you're done, and you use the same size curling iron the whole time instead of switching it off with the little ones, and I would use this bigger, like the 3/4. And then when you're done, they're all the same size, and so when you brush it out with like one of these kind of brushes, it gets all like full and like sort of fuzzy, but in like an old Hollywood kind of fuzz, not like I got electrocuted kind of fuzz. And it looks really pretty. I like to do my hair like that. This was still new to me. And did I tell you that you wrap the end all the way when you're doing the old Hollywood? I don't remember what I said. But you do. Because everything was more polished back during the golden age of Hollywood. This is what love is for. To be out of place. That piece was too gorgeous and alone, face to face. Sorry, this is a really boring video because I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, so I'm not going to curl, I'm just going to hide all these straight pieces because it's going to take too long to do it all on camera. But, so then, you can do a final like spritz over it. And you can get a comb and rat up. If you don't have any body right here like I don't, and you can rat it a little bit. You can make it a little messier if you want by just grabbing chunks and just doing little rats. And if it looks nasty, then obviously brush it out. And sometimes I get my Marcus's like pomade and like put in a little bit so it gets kind of waxy. That makes it look kind of beachy too. I should do that, but I don't have it in here with me, so I'm not going to. But anyways, here is the beach curl. It's a little bit nicer than it should have looked, but you can just grab the curling irons and just sort of straighten it out if it looks too nice. So, here it is. Okay, good luck. So that's how the back looks.